Hello and welcome to our very first session of learning together through EduSat. You and I will have many sessions together. You will have sessions with other trainers as well. And through all these sessions of learning, you and I will see how we go ahead and step by step learn. It is very important in the language that we are going to begin to discover again, that is English, that we take it step by step and see that every little part, every little portion that we cover, we know very well. For that, the important thing will be for you to go home and look at things again, things that we've done in class together. Today we will begin with our very base, with our first session. And that is, we're going to talk about the language and how it's made. When we talk, when you and I talk, be it in any language, we use, of course, words. Yes. Now these words somehow come together, one after the other, in a sort of sequence, and these words together give us a meaning. Yes? Good. So these words, when they go one after the other in that sequence, when they are, let's say, logically put one after the other, and of course when they follow certain rules that you and I will discover together, they form what? They form a sentence. And today we will talk about sentences. Now, what is a sentence? Like I just said, a sentence is a group of words. Okay? It's a group of words expressing a complete thought. Now, what does that mean? Expressing a complete thought. Meaning that I can only call that particular group of words that completes everything I want to say, as in at least one thought, together in one group. That is a sentence. For example, if I have to say, I am sitting on a chair at the table, which I am right now, if I just say, I am chair table, does it mean anything? I am not a chair or a table, obviously not. So, there are certain things missing. So, the complete thought, as in the complete sense of the sentence that I wanted to say, that I am sitting on the chair at the table, did not come through. You would not understand that by me just saying, I chair table. Yes, you wouldn't get that. So, I chair table is not a sentence. It's just some words put one after the other without expressing a complete thought. The complete thought would be, I am sitting on the chair at the table. That's a complete thought, as in that conveys the entire meaning of what I wanted to say. That is a sentence, when these words come together expressing one complete thought. So that's one sentence. Now sentences are made up of two distinct parts. Of course, when we go further, we will see each and every word, why it is placed where. For right now, we'll say that a sentence is made up of two distinct parts. What are these parts? The sentence is made up of a subject and a predicate. Subject and a predicate. Difficult words? Not at all. Let's look at what these are. Okay? So, the subject of a sentence is that part of the sentence about which something is being said. In other words, the subject is what we are talking about. Okay, let's look at an example. The example is the flower bloomed. Okay, the flower bloomed. Here, what would be the subject? Let's look at what are we talking about. We are not talking about bloomed. We're talking about something that bloomed. What bloomed? The flower bloomed. Exactly. So, the subject is flower. Good. The flower bloomed. Subject being flower. Good. Let's look at another example. Bob painted. Okay, Bob being the name of a boy. Bob painted. So, in this sentence, you see, it's just two words. Bob painted. But it conveys a complete sense, as in Bob painted. So, it's a sentence. Now, in Bob painted, what is the subject? Painted? No. Are we talking about painted? No, we're talking about exactly Bob. Bob painted, so Bob is the subject. Good. Let's look at one more example to get it absolutely clear. The sentence is, the girls on the team were all good students. Okay? The girls on the team were all good students. Now, a few more words than Bob painted. So, let's look for the subject in this one. The girls on the team were all good students. What are we talking about here? All good students? Were all good students? No. So, who or what was all good students? The girls, exactly. So, the girls on the team. All these words, because it's not just the girls, but the girls on the team were all good students. So, who were all good students? The girls on the team. So, you get the subject of the sentence, as in, the girls on the team is the subject. What we are talking about. Yes? Good. So, the next part of the sentence is the predicate. The predicate is, obviously, the part which tells us something about the subject. Yes, the part that tells us something about the subject, that's the predicate. For example, let's look at the previous sentence that I just said. The girls on the team were all good students. So we said the girls on the team, those group of words, exactly, is the subject. So what tells us something about the subject? The girls on the team, what were they? Were all good students. So, were all good students tells us something about the subject, and so were all good students is the predicate. Let's look at the simpler sentence that I did earlier. Bob painted. Bob, we had said, is the subject of the sentence. Yes? What did Bob do? Painted. So, whatever tells us something about the subject, about what the subject is doing or any other thing, that is the predicate of that sentence. For example, Sue plays the piano well. S-U-E, Sue being a name of a girl. Sue plays the piano well. Here, subject is exactly Sue, because we are talking about Sue. But what does Sue do? She plays the piano well. Good, very well done. So, plays the piano well is our predicate because it tells us something about the subject. It tells us something about Sue. Sue plays the piano well. Good. Let's look at another sentence. Bill told everyone about the wreck. Wreck as in W-R-E-C-K. And something breaks down. Yes, the wreck, mainly a shipwreck. Okay, so here it is, Bill told everyone about the wreck. So here, tell me, where is our subject and where is our predicate? Bill told everyone about the wreck. So, what is our subject? I hear Bill. Excellent. Bill is our subject. Yes. And what does Bill do? Or what did he do? Good. Told everyone about the wreck. So, told everyone about the wreck is our predicate. Excellent work. One more sentence and we'll be absolutely clear about the subject and the predicate in a sentence. The sentence is a simple one again. Mary sobbed. Okay, Mary, M-A-R-Y, the name of a girl. Mary sobbed. Sobbing? Sobbing is like a little bit of crying. Yes, it's not really crying, it's like small sobs. Yes? So, Mary sobbed. Here, the subject is simply Mary. Yes. And what does Mary do or what is she doing? Mary sobbed. So, she was sobbing. So, in the sentence Mary sobbed, Mary is our subject and sobbed is our predicate. Good. So, you see, the words predicate or subject seemed a bit difficult in the beginning, but we've discovered it together. There's nothing difficult. They're simple parts of a sentence, subject and a predicate. And you have to know that if you need a sentence making complete sense, then you need both the parts. You need both parts together, a subject and a predicate. For example, let's look at the same sentence again. Mary sobbed. If I just said Mary, does it make any sense? It's just a name. Or if I just said sobbed, you would ask me who, what, when, did you, who, exactly. So you would have to ask many questions to get the information. Whereas if I said Mary sobbed, then you could ask me other questions on it because you've got your information completely in one sentence. So remember, a complete sentence is only when I have both a subject and a predicate together. Because if I have a subject, I will need a predicate telling me something about the subject. And if I have the predicate, it will need a subject to be able to tell me something about it. Yes? Good. A subject and a predicate. Important parts of a sentence. There are other essentials of a sentence. Some things that are important to make a complete sentence. Okay? The first one is that it has to, every sentence has to in the English language begin with a capital letter. No exceptions to this one. You always begin a new sentence with a capital letter. The first letter is always capital. Okay? So then you will know that if it's a capital letter, then that's the beginning of a sentence. Good. The next part is that if we begin with a capital letter to begin a sentence, we have to end it with either a full stop, which is also sometimes called a period, but we will call it a full stop. Okay, so we have to end a sentence with a full stop, or if I'm asking you a question, or if it's a question that the sentence is, then we have to end it with a good question mark. Absolutely. Or sometimes I'm just saying something, I'm exclaiming something. So then I will end the sentence with an exclamation mark. Most often we make this mistake that we do put a capital letter after a full stop and a question mark, but forget that even an exclamation mark ends a sentence. Therefore, anything after an exclamation mark also must have a capital letter, because an exclamation mark, a question mark, or a full stop, all three mark or denote the end of a sentence. Okay? So, what did we say? We begin with a capital letter and we end with either a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. And between the capital letter in the beginning and the full stop, question mark, or the exclamation mark in the middle, we will have a subject and a predicate. Good? Wonderful. Now, all of this is good, but most importantly, what we have to do is that the words which begin the sentence and which end the sentence, all the words in a sentence, have to be placed in a logical manner. They have to be placed in a good, proper order so that they make complete sense. It's not just that if you start a sentence with a capital letter and end it with a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark, and just somehow put in the words in the middle, that they will form a sentence. No. These are, of course, the essentials of a sentence, but most importantly, the words have to be put in a proper order so that they make complete sense. Yes? Good. Now, there are different kinds of sentences. Let's look at those. So, the different kinds of sentences. There are 4 different kinds of sentences. We will look at each of these different types individually. Okay? The first type of sentence is an assertive or a declarative sentence. An assertive or a declarative sentence is that type of sentence that states or says something. Okay? For example, take this phone. That is an assertive or a declarative sentence where I'm trying to state or say something. Okay? Take this phone. Go do your homework. Yes, these are declarative or assertive sentences. An assertive or a declarative sentence is one sentence that makes a statement. A declarative sentence ends most of the time with a full stop. Okay? Because we are not stating something as an exclamation, we're not asking a question. So those two options are gone. So how can we close a sentence? Exactly, with our third and our only option, that is the full stop. So a declarative or an assertive sentence always ends with a full stop. For example, I like to work on my computer. Now, I like to work on my computer, of course, is a complete sentence. Yes, because where's our subject? Very good. I am the subject. And what do I like doing? Like to work on my computer. So, we have a subject and a predicate. If I write it, I begin with a capital letter, that is I, and end with a full stop. So we have a complete sentence. But what type of sentence? An assertive or a declarative sentence, because I'm declaring, I'm telling you, I like to work on my computer. Wonderful. I'm stating something, I'm making a statement. Any sentence or any group of words, a sentence coming together with a subject and a predicate, that states something, that makes a statement. That is an assertive or a declarative sentence. Good. Let's look at another type of very, very common and an important type of sentence. That is a question or an interrogative sentence. Very important in our lives because only if we ask questions do we get the answers. So remember, ask questions. Ask your teachers if something is unclear, because only when you ask do you increase your knowledge and make sure that the doubts are all gone. And every time you ask a question, think about it. It's a question or an interrogative sentence. Okay? Now, any sentence that asks a question, is called an interrogative or a question sentence. Okay? An interrogative sentence asks a question and therefore will have to end with a question mark. Absolutely. So we ended an assertive or a declarative sentence with a full stop, and we will end a question or an interrogative sentence with a question mark. So that when you see a sentence that ends with a question mark and of course begins with a capital letter, we will automatically know it's a question or an interrogative sentence, because these sentences ask questions. For example, is the air conditioner on? I might ask this question, is the air conditioner on, if I feel too hot or cold here? And if I get an answer, of course, my question or my sentence was a question sentence, my interrogative sentence. Okay? Good. The third type of sentence is an imperative sentence. Imperative sentence, difficult word? No. An imperative sentence expresses a command, a request, or an advice. Any of these, if we state in a sentence, then it is an imperative sentence. An imperative sentence generally gives a command. For example, read the newspaper daily. Okay, read the newspaper daily is a command. Or if I can say, do your homework, that is an imperative sentence. Okay, read the newspaper daily. Good. And the fourth and the last type of sentence that we have is an exclamatory sentence. Now, an exclamatory sentence is exactly, it exclaims something. Okay, it shows strong emotions or feelings. Okay, strong feelings when we are trying to express those. Those are exclamatory sentences. For example, if I said, it is such a beautiful flower, if I see a very beautiful flower in the garden, and I say, it is such a beautiful flower, that I'm exclaiming, okay? I'm exclaiming, I'm showing strong feelings because I'm saying such a beautiful flower, okay? What a horrible story. Exactly. Those are all exclamatory sentences, and of course would end with a exclamation mark. Perfect. Yes, it shows very strong feeling. Now, let's do an exercise. In this exercise, what I will do is, I will read out a few sentences. What you have to do is, you have to tell me what type of sentence is it. Is it an assertive or a declarative sentence? Is it a question or an interrogative sentence? Is it an imperative sentence or is it an exclamatory sentence? Okay, let's go ahead and look at this exercise. My first sentence is, your glasses are really beautiful. Your glasses are really beautiful. Sentence 2. What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Sentence 3. I want to go for a walk. I want to go for a walk. Good. The next one is, this is a gift from my friend. This is a gift from my friend. Next one. Take her along for the movie, please. Take her along for the movie, please. Next one is, did you find it yourself? Did you find it yourself? Next one, do you want a cup of tea? Do you want a cup of tea? Next sentence, who brought these delicious mangoes? Who brought these delicious mangoes? Next sentence, I am fond of reading India Today. I am fond of reading India Today. Next sentence, please do not give me a chilled, cold drink. Sentence is, please do not give me a chilled, cold drink. Next sentence, my friend, you should go to a doctor. My friend, you should go to a doctor. Next sentence, is your father here? Is your father here? Okay. Sentence 14. I think there is someone at the door. I think there is someone at the door. And sentence 15 is, we really enjoyed the dinner today. Yes, we really enjoyed the dinner today. I'll just go over them once more and check if you've got the correct answer in front of each. You were supposed to look for what type of sentence it is. Yes? The first sentence, your glasses are really beautiful. Sentence 2, what would you like to do? Sentence 3, I want to go for a walk. Sentence 4, this is a gift from my friend. Sentence 5, take her along for the movie, please. Sentence 6, did you find it yourself? Sentence 7, do you want a cup of tea? Sentence 8, who brought these delicious mangoes? Sentence 9, I am fond of reading India Today. Sentence 10, please do not give me a chilled cold drink. Sentence 11, my friend, you should go to a doctor. Sentence 12, is your father here? Sentence 13, I'm bored, there's nothing to do. Sentence 14, I think there is someone at the door. And the last 15th sentence is, we really enjoyed the dinner today. Okay, let's look at the answers. The first sentence, your glasses are really beautiful, is an exclamatory sentence because we exclaim, your glasses are really beautiful. Here we are showing strong emotions and feelings. Perfect, good. So this was an exclamatory sentence. Sentence 2, what would you like to do? Simple enough, is a question or an interrogative sentence because we are asking a question. What would you like to do? And of course with a question mark at the end. I want to go for a walk. This is an assertive sentence because I'm asserting or stating I want to go for a walk. Next one, this is a gift from my friend. Sentence number 4, this is a gift from my friend, is again an assertive sentence. This is a gift from my friend. I am asserting, I am saying this is a gift from my friend. It's an assertive sentence. Now sentence 5, take her along for the movie please, is an imperative sentence. Take her along for the movie please, because what did we say is an imperative sentence? An imperative sentence is that expresses a command, a request, or an advice. And here it's a sort of request. Take her along for the movie please. So it is an imperative sentence. Next one is, did you find it yourself? Of course, a question or an interrogative sentence. Do you want a cup of tea? Again, I'm asking or someone is asking, do you want a cup of tea? And that is a question or an interrogative sentence. Wonderful, you're doing well. The next one is, who brought these delicious mangoes? We're asking a question as in who. There are delicious mangoes there, so you ask, who brought these delicious mangoes? And of course, this is a question or an interrogative sentence. The next sentence is, I am fond of reading India Today. Yes, sentence 9, I'm fond of reading India Today is an assertive sentence. Good. Sentence 10, please do not give me a chilled cold drink. That is again an assertive sentence because I'm asserting my view. Yes, I'm asserting my feeling, saying, please do not give me a chilled cold drink. Okay, the next one, my friend, you should go to a doctor. 11th sentence, my friend, you should go to a doctor, is an imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. Sentence 12, is your father here? Again, of course, I'm asking a question, so it's a question sentence. I'm bored, there's nothing to do. Sentence 13, I'm bored, there's nothing to do, is an assertive sentence. Exactly. I am bored, there's nothing to do. That is an assertive sentence. Sentence 14, I think there is someone at the door. I think there is someone at the door is an assertive sentence again. Okay? And the last one, we really enjoyed the dinner today, is an exclamatory sentence. It's an exclamatory sentence because we are showing strong feeling. Yes, we really enjoyed the dinner today. Okay? Now, the next exercise that we're going to do is going to be an interesting one. What are we going to do here? I am going to say out jumbled words. I'm going to say these words out in random order. They're not in the order that we want them to be. That you have to do. I will give you the words. You will place them in the correct order so that they make complete sense and thereby make a complete sentence. For example, if I say the words, got old by arm, the man, he, the. You will say, what is he saying? The words are, got old by arm, the man, he, the. Exactly. The sentence is, he got the old man by the arm. Okay? He caught the old man by the arm. Yes? So what you have to do is, I give you the jumbled words, I do the easy bit. I give you the jumbled words, and you have to place them correctly to form a complete sentence, so that we have a complete sentence. Good. So, let's go ahead. I gave you the first answer. These words are in your workbooks as well. Okay, so you could follow them there in the exercises, yes? The exercises in your workbook, so that you could see the sentence when I speak it out, and below it write the correct one. Okay? Second sentence, because the first one I gave you the answer for, I won't give you the answer just as yet for the second one. The second group of words is have broken, I, spectacle, my. Have broken, I, spectacle, my. The third group of jumbled words is I, think, man, there is, the door, at. I, think, man, there is, the door, at. Next, woman, red dress, wearing is the Woman, red dress, wearing is the Next is, tennis, would like, play to you. Tennis, would like, play to you. Next one, you clean, should clothes, wear day, every. You clean, should clothes, wear day, every. Next one, minute you eyes clothes, you're for a. Minute you eyes close, you're for a. Next one, study class 8th, I in. Study class 8th, I in. Next one, see come with a film, us. C. Come with a film, us. Next one. I new jeans pair bought a of. I new jeans pair bought a of. Next one. Little the child down fell. Little the child down fell. Next. Tiger national animal our is. Tiger national animal our is. Next one. Pepsi like you or Coca-Cola. Pepsi like you or Coca-Cola. Next one. You have book do the. You have book do the. And the last one is raining it today again. Is raining it today again. Good. So now I'll give you the answers and the solutions to these jumble words and we'll make them sentences. The first one is, he caught the old man by the arm. He caught the old man by the arm. Next one. I have broken my spectacles. I have broken my spectacles. Next one. I think there is a man at the door. I think there is a man at the door. Next one. The woman is wearing a red dress. The woman is wearing a red dress. The next one is, would you like to play tennis? And of course, ending with a question mark. Would you like to play tennis? Next one, you should wear clean clothes every day. You should wear clean clothes every day. Next one, you close your eyes for a minute. You close your eyes for a minute. Next one, I study in class 8th. Simple. I study in class 8th. Next one, come see a film with us. Come see a film with us. The next sentence is, I bought a new pair of jeans. I bought a new pair of jeans. Next, the little child fell down. The little child fell down. Sentence 12, the tiger is our national animal. The tiger is our national animal. Sentence 13. Do you like Pepsi or Coca-Cola? Of course, since it's a question, it will end with a question mark. Do you like Pepsi or Coca-Cola? Next one. Do you have the book? Of course, a question, and so ending with a question mark. And the last sentence, sentence 15, is it raining again today? Is it raining again today? So you've seen how just the same words, when not put in the correct order, do not convey any meaning at all. You've done it yourselves. A good job done. Let's go ahead. So, today we've begun with sentences. We've seen sentences are made up of a subject and a predicate. Yes, and we've also said that a sentence is a group of words that express complete thought and have to be put in a proper order so that together they give us a complete thought. A subject and a predicate being very important. As we saw in the exercise, that if we change the order somehow or just put words randomly together, they do not give us any meaning. And the same words which you've done just now, when we put in a good and a proper order, gave us a meaning and so were forming a complete sentence. Perfect. Also, we said that in writing, a sentence has to begin with a capital letter, has to end with a question mark or a full stop or an exclamation mark. Yes? Good. We will remember all of this. Do our exercises in our workbook. Use the workbook. It's yours. So use it. Go over what we've done today at home. Do the extra exercises. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.